just put my mind to stuff, it should happen. If I focus on it, if I do like put dedication into it. But then when I try to, a lot of times I fail, and I'm just like, why is this not working for me? And so I wanted to like talk to you guys real fast about there's a difference between man, like our strength, and talking about God power. And what I mean by that is like we can do stuff like God made us amazing, and we're amazing. Just the way you were made is really you're very special. Just want to say that. And so that's like we try to do things on our own way too much and we fail, and that's because we're relying on our own strength. And as Christians, God wants us to rely on his strength. And so when we can do things on our own strength, but compared to what God can do, it's nothing. Like it blows it out of the ballpark. Like I try to do things on my own, and it's like I get worn out, I get exhausted. It's like I can't do this anymore. And then I ask God to help me. And then it's like God comes in, and it's like, dang, that like, it's like, how does he do it? I don't know how he does it. But it's like, I feel so much refreshed. I feel like energized and fired up. But it's not because of me. It's like God's all powerful, almighty, and like he gives us everything we need. He gives us the strength, he gives us so much like grace and love and peace, and he's gentle with us, and he gives us everything that we need for life and godliness. And so like what we need to do is try to stop chasing our dreams to do it for us, and chase the dreams that God's put on our hearts for him. Chase them for the right reasons, and stop trying to rely on your own strength. That's something I'm just now kind of realizing is like, I keep trying to put my mind to it and do it. And acknowledge that your strength comes from God and not from within. Like, you need to put effort into what you're doing, but you have to have the right heart and you have to have the right mindset. So it's kind of like an example in the Bible. I did a Bible study this morning with some guys from church, and it was amazing. But we read about where Jesus, he's like being taken by like the Pharisees and everybody, right? They're gonna go test him and eventually crucify him. And what is interesting is Peter, the apostle, he struck one of the high priest's servant and cut off his ear. He drew a sword, and I thought it was like interesting because first of all, he had a sword, and it's like doesn't mention any of the other disciples having a sword. And he attacked. He was gonna go down fighting. Like he was gonna fight for Jesus. It's like, Jesus, you're not going down. Like, I'm gonna be there with you to the end. And what you see from that is that Peter was trying to do it his way. He was like, Jesus, this is not happening. And he's like, I'm going to do it with my own strength. And what we don't realize is that we do have power to do stuff, but our way is not the best way. So it's easier said than done. But I encourage you guys, trust God and trust, like, lean not on your own understanding. Trust in what God says. He truly has the best plan for your life. And I know you won't see it at first, and it will be like really hard and difficult to do because it feels like nobody else is doing that, and people are just doing things and getting things done in their life. But believe me when I tell you that God has a great plan for your life, and if you trust him and follow him first and make Jesus the Lord of your life, then I'm telling you, God's going to do amazing things for you. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel, and I will catch up with you guys later.